Good afternoon. Welcome to our wheelchair football clinic. We're so excited to have you here. We have some really exciting things to teach you guys today and show you. While we wait for our coaches to wrap up a couple of more things, I'm going to start off with our opening remarks. My name is Sharangal Shani, and I am a volunteer with Angel City Sports. This wheelchair football workout is part of the 2020 Angel City virtual games presented by the Hartford. I'd like to take this moment to thank the incredible sponsors who made this event possible. First, a huge thank you to the Hartford, the presenting sponsor of the 2020 Angel City virtual games. And of course, thanks to our wonderful friends at Move United. So let's check in with our coaches. Michael, how's it going over there? Good, ready to go?
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Sorry for the delay. We're outside in a safe space. We've tested it out, but we got thrown out of a parking lot by a security guard. So we adapt, right? That's what our whole world is about. So we adapted and we're here. So my name is Michael Garafola. I am the manager for the Angel City wheelchair football team. I'm going to introduce our guys really quickly, and we're going to get right into some drills. What I wanted to say before it, if you guys are not in a sports chair, if you're in your everyday chair or you're not in a chair at all, we're going to help you guys kind of figure out what you can do to simulate or mimic the drills that we're doing. We know everyone is not outside, and we know everybody doesn't have a football and whatnot. So if you guys have a tennis ball, a basketball, any sort of ball, a piece of paper that you could crumple up, anything that you could toss back and forth if you're with someone, obviously doing it safely. Let's do that. And we're going to get into the drills. So I'm going to introduce, or you know what, Bart, go ahead. You could introduce yourself. Come on up into the camera.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bart Salgado. I'm the head coach for the Angel City wheelchair football team. I'm excited that you guys can join us and excited to show you what we're going to be doing here today.
Awesome. And then we have Alvin Malave. So come on up, Al.
Hey everybody, I'm Alvin. I'm from Los Angeles. I've been playing wheelchair football for quite a bit, but I love playing basketball and all wheelchair sports. We're happy you guys are joining us today, and we just want to go over some stuff so you guys could understand some basics of how to work out for wheelchair football.
Awesome. And we have a couple of behind the scenes people. Tiffany Gentry is back there, and Rob Tiffany and Rob from Angel City are helping us behind the scenes. So awesome. We're going to get right into it, guys. So for our first drill, we're going to have Bart. We're going to have Bart lead us for the first drill.
Alvin's going to stretch.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Alvin's going to lead us on a stretch right now. Okay. So if you guys can follow along, if you have any questions, you guys can ask. I'm going to stay near the computer so I can hear you guys and make sure there aren't any questions, but Alvin's going to lead us in a stretch.
All right, everybody. So like the main thing that we want to do is we want to warm up our shoulders and arms and stuff, because those are the main muscles and body parts that we're going to be using. So what I want to do is let's do some small circles to warm up the shoulder muscles. You can go slow, you can go a little faster. You can do bigger circles. Okay, and then you go big. Let's do some big circles. Good job. Way to follow us at home. All right, now we're going to do the opposite direction that you did the first one. You go little circles backwards. Do a little bigger circle. Shoulders loose.
If they go back in the sun, you're going to see
And then
a lot better.
nice and big circle.
Back up a little, guys. Go out
Go
into the sun. Yep.
you'll see them.
Good job.
Keep going. Back up. Go out into the sun.
All right. The next one that we're gonna do, we're gonna continue with our arm and shoulder. So we're gonna get one of your arms, and with your opposite arm, you're gonna pull back on and get a little stretch on your deltoid area.
Back up.
We're gonna do it for about 8 to 10 seconds. We're gonna do the other arm. Okay, we're gonna do one more up here. And remember, just do what you can. If something doesn't feel comfortable, just stretch as comfortable as you can. You don't want to injure yourself. We're just trying to get a little warm up here before we start doing some drills.
Hey guys, put a thumbs up if the volume is okay.
Switch your arms. Okay, and then now we're going to do a stretch for your forearm here. Put your hand back so you guys can see what it looks like. 2, 3, 4, 6. The other arm. And shake it out. Shake it out. All right, that's pretty good. You guys good?
Okay. Tiffy, hook that for us. Okay, guys. So now that our arms are warmed up, we're going to get into a warm-up push. So Bart, you're going to demonstrate the push for us. So any space that you have, again, if you're in your house, it doesn't have to be as far as these guys are pushing. If you're in your everyday chair, obviously be safe, be careful if your balance is not that great. But we want you guys just to push your chair. Whatever space you're in, push your chair, okay? And they're going to do this for a few minutes. They're going to demonstrate the warm-up push, okay? Ready? Go!
Turn the computer to me so I can see it. Babe. Turn the computer. It's turning away.
What?
I just can't see what I'm seeing.
Yep. Okay. How's everybody feeling? We good, guys? Yeah. Arms are okay. Everyone feels okay. So now that the blood's flowing, hold on. We're going to do a cone drill. So can you guys see the way the cones are set up here? So what you guys are going to do, let me look at the camera. What you guys are going to do is, again, whatever space you have, if you don't have cones or if you don't have place markers, just make a little turn, okay, one way, and then we're going to turn back the other way. We're going to turn in and out of any space that you have. Pick a starting point, pick an ending point, and as you get to that ending point, you're going to flip back around and go back to the start. So we're going to do this for about 3 minutes. We're going to do one at a time with our crew. You guys, if you need a break in the middle, take a break. You don't have to do it the whole time while we're doing it. Do it in intervals. Maybe go through the cones that out and back once, and then stop when you get to the start, okay? So, and this in the, for the significance of football, this is called the running back drill. So we're acting as if we're a running back, and somebody, you have a ball, so you guys have the football. So in wheelchair football, there are running plays as well as passing plays. This would be considered a running play. So if you were running back and it was a handoff, this is what it would look like. This is a good agility drill. It's a good chair skill drill. It's a good speed and endurance drill. So you guys ready to do this? Okay, we're gonna let Bart and Alvin run through. Omaha, Omaha! Ready, go. Here you go.
Dig it, Mike. Dig.
Go, Michael! Go!
turn, nice turn.
So you guys should be feeling and seeing what your balance is in this drill. So as you make the turns, we all have different disabilities. We all have different levels of balance. We all have different core muscles, different strengths. So you do it at your speed. You do it at the rate that works for you. And you make sure that you're intact. We don't want to see you guys falling out of the chair or going out to the side. You see how their bodies are? Use your body to the best of your ability. And make those quick turns. Okay, last one. Go, Al.
Hey, Michael, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Can you guys demonstrate with like much less room for us if we don't have the space, like what we should be doing?
Yep.
Thank you.
Nice job, guys.
Good job.
So they're gonna set up real quick for the next one. So if you guys don't have the space, okay, I'm gonna look at the camera here and put my mask on. So if you guys don't have the space, okay, and you're in your everyday chair, let's just say, Tiff, can you get my chair?
I'm in the car.
No, this chair. I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys. So instead of going and doing movement, can you guys hear me okay, Camille?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so you're in place. Let's say you're in your living room or you're in your everyday chair. What we want you to do is just take a turn to the left. Take a turn back to the middle. Take a turn this way and push, like I'm talking inches, maybe that much, okay? Make a turn if you can. Go flip around. Act like you're going to one side like we were doing. Go to the other side to the left and flip back around and do it. Whatever space you guys have, just try and go diagonal one way, back to the other way. When you feel like you've run out of room in your space, just make a U-turn, flip your chair around and do it the other way. Even if it's 5 inches, 6 inches, whatever it is, push a little bit, get to that space, push a little bit, turn around and go back and do it the other way. Does that make sense for you guys? Does that work for you guys?
And guys, just so everybody knows, the purpose of this drill, it's good for blocking purposes. You got guys rushing the quarterback, and you want to be able to block them. You want to be able to be agile and be able to move very quickly in your chair.
Awesome. Is that, Camille, that work for you guys? Awesome. I see
Yeah,
that.
very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for reminding me, Camille. Okay, so the next drill we're gonna do, again, this you can do in your space here. If whatever space you have, if you don't have cones or markers, we're gonna show you what to do. First, we're gonna show you how to run it if you do have it. And another part of this, guys, is you wanna be able to do these drills when you do have space, when you guys have some room in your backyard or a safe space in your neighborhood, wherever you feel comfortable with your family or friends, obviously being safe, staying healthy. During COVID, we know it's a challenge, but we want you guys to be able to do these drills on your own, okay? So take these drills beyond this clinic and this workout. So what we're gonna do here, as you can see, the guys set up the cones in 4 points. So you're gonna do 1 point in front, 1 to the right side, 1 to the left, and 1 behind, okay? You guys see the setup? No ball, you don't need the ball. Okay, so what we're gonna do is slowly, guys, we're gonna walk through. They're gonna push their chairs forward to the first cone. They're gonna go backwards to the middle. Gonna go right to the right cone. Stop, back to the middle. Back behind you. Backwards out to the middle. There you go. Flip to this side. Back to the middle, straight to the top. Did you guys all get to see that? Okay. If you do not, Rob, put it on me for a second. Same thing, guys. If you don't have the space, I'm gonna back up a little. If you don't have cones or you don't have the space, and even if you can't move, let's say you can't, I mean, you're not able to move in your chair, in your house, let's say, just kind of simulate, act like you're doing the 2 pushes forward and then do 2 pushes back with your arms. So at least our arms are moving. We understand everyone has different spaces right now and not everyone is able to be outside. So if you do have a little bit of room, again, just push forward a little bit, pull back a little, turn to the right, push forward, go back to the middle. turn around, push out, stop, go back to the middle. We're really just having you guys mimic this motion in any space that you guys have. So right now we're gonna set a clock for these guys. This is a tough drill. This is a pretty advanced drill. Go at your own pace. We don't wanna burn you guys out, so we don't want you to get hurt. We want you to make sure that you're comfortable doing this. So we're gonna run a 2-minute timer for our guys, but you guys, again, do it as best you can and do it to your comfort level, okay? You ready? Okay, guys, show them what you got. Ready, go.
Michael, what's the best thing to like make the turns as crisp as possible?
Can you guys hear me? Camille, I don't want to get in the shot of these guys.
You okay?
You're good?
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna let them run a little more. Okay, you guys can see me a little bit, right?
Yeah. You're in there.
How long, Tippy? Okay, I'm gonna answer that in about, you know what, I'll answer it during. So I'm gonna slide over here. So what you guys wanna do, you can just get Bart, it's fine. Again, remember we all have, I'm gonna look at the camera. We all have different disabilities. We all have different balances. So if you're in your sports chair, okay, we wanna make sure your straps are nice and tight. So for me, I have a hard time kind of leaning out to the side here. So I wanna stay as intact as I can. So when I'm pushing and pulling and making these turns, if you guys can see my wheels here, when I make that sharp turn, I'm pushing one wheel and I'm pulling the other wheel. You guys see that? So I'm grabbing my wheel here, pulling it back, and I'm pushing with the other one, and vice versa. You guys see that spin? One push, stop. One push, stop. So your hands are going forward and back, forward and back. And you guys can see that Bart and them are doing it. When you go in reverse, like the guys are doing, use as best as you can. Use your upper body here to kind of lean back as you go back. And that helps your chair kind of go with the rhythm. As you go forward, as best you can, use your trunk to go forward and then lean back up. Again, I know I'm repeating myself. We all have different disabilities. We all have different levels. But that's why you want to make sure that your chair straps are nice and tight. And you're positioning in your own chair when you guys, and if you guys get your own sports chairs, you need to design it around your disability, which a lot of our stuff is, okay? Does that explain it? Good? Awesome.
Any other questions?
Okay. Any questions, guys? Okay, that's good, guys. Okay. How's everybody doing? We good? Awesome. Okay, so we got more, everyone in wheelchair sports, they don't love the pushing exercises. So we got what some people might consider boring out of the way, but that's the important stuff too. Remember, it's fun in any sport. You know, when you're playing wheelchair basketball or you're playing football, everybody wants to shoot, everybody wants to catch, everyone wants to pass, but in wheelchair sports especially, you obviously need to know how to use your chair efficiently. You need to be fast. You need to be sharp with your movements, okay, and efficient. So that's what we're doing. So now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Let me grab my little sheet here. So this one is gonna be a wide receivers drill, okay? We're gonna have a football, we're gonna have a quarterback, and we're gonna have a receiver. If you guys don't have, again, you don't have a football in this case, tennis ball, piece of paper, anything you guys could toss safely, a beanbag, anything in the house, we're gonna have you guys use. So this one's gonna be a little more challenging for those of you that are in a smaller space, so bear with us. This one's for a little bit of fun to kind of see what wheelchair football will be and what it'll look like, what a passing situation will look like.
What kind of passes are they going to do?
So they're gonna do two kinds of passes, a dig route and a dig route. What a dig route is, you go out straight and you go left or right in a right angle, okay? The other one is a curl route. And the curl route, you go out and you actually come back towards the quarterback. These guys are going to demonstrate really quickly. I'm going to go out and help these guys I'm going to run through with them. If you have any questions on it, let us know. If you are in a smaller space, again, what we want you guys to do is just get used to being in any chair that you're in, your everyday chair, and maybe start facing this way and just turn a little bit and have someone throw something to you and catch it on one side, and then do it the other way and catch it on the other side, okay? So we're going to demonstrate really quickly for you guys, and they're going to run through, okay? Here we go.
Ready? Go.
And that one is called a curl route.
One more curl. Ready? Go. Ah, the bad throw.
Bad throw, quarterback, bad throw.
One more curl. Ready? Go. Mike's gonna do a curl. Ready? Go. Go.
Don't forget to run for the touchdown afterwards.
Ready for the dig?
Yeah, we're gonna do a dig now.
Okay, guys. They're going to demonstrate a dig route now, okay? And do it slowly. Walk through, guys. Walk through so they can see. Bob, you can go up closer.
We're gonna do
I'm trying to get it wide, dude.
Go slow. Go.
Try and stay in the sun, Al.
You want to keep me in the sun?
Yep, so you can see it.
Go. We've got no hands today.
Our receivers had some butter this morning. His hands are a little slippery. So for you guys, for football, hold on. So in football, if you guys can see what the quarterback is doing, he's throwing the ball and he's leading the receiver. So he's anticipating where the receiver is going to be. He's not throwing it behind him. He's throwing it while he's on the move. So guys, slowly, I want you to slowly walk through this and show them how you're leading the receiver. Okay, here we go.
Go.
Awesome, perfect, great example, Bart. Did you guys see where Bart threw that ball? So again, we're gonna have a quarterback in wheelchair football and you're gonna have receivers. And until you figure out what you're really good at, what you like, you could be doing either. So you need to know both roles. So as a quarterback, you wanna be able to lead that receiver, okay? And I'm gonna go out and this is for a little bit of fun. I'm not gonna be able to cover Alvin, but there is also defense. Right now, there's no one out there. So if I was playing defense on Alvin, I'm gonna show you really quickly what I would try to do. Alvin's probably gonna go right around me though.
I'm gonna go kind of like bump and grind out. Good dig.
Go.
Awesome. Great job. Everybody get to see that? Cool. Okay.
Michael, could you explain what we just saw in a little bit?
Which the whole thing
The whole coverage play.
or the coverage, Sharon?
Yes.
Coverage?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I like to do, how the coverage works. So if I'm standing up, if any of you guys have seen stand-up football, generally they face the opponent, okay? If I faced, so I'm gonna turn my back to you guys so I could show you. Come on over.
I can demonstrate.
Oh, okay. Bart's gonna
But
demonstrate.
do it over here.
Come on
So
over.
you're closer to the mic. In the sun, yeah.
Over here. Rob, you
So
good.
basically, me being the defender, I'm guarding Alvin, right? So I want to basically, I don't want to give up the middle as a defender. You don't want to give up the middle, so I want to force him to the outside, and because also the sideline is going to be there. That's going to be my teammate because he can't go out of bounds. So my job is to force him in that direction. Right, we'll go slow, all right? Ready?
The way he's doing that is by positioning his chair on the inside. So I can't go inside because he's here. So he's forcing me to go out.
Right.
So
that's basically it. So there's two ways of playing. I can either stay in front of him and try to slow his chair down, or I can actually play it behind him a little bit. Go ahead, go. Kind of play behind him. Force that quarterback to make a perfect pass over the shoulder. So there's basically two ways. There's actually more than two, but those are the two most basic ways of playing corner in wheelchair football.
So I'm gonna jump in real quick. So Rob, go over there, because I know for you guys the angle is a little weird. So Rob, go out to the middle a little bit. So here's how it's gonna look. If we were going on offense, if we were going this way on offense, okay? So there's an end zone down that way, and there's an end zone behind us. So we're going this way. Alvin's on offense, Bart is on defense, and I'm gonna act like I'm the quarterback, okay? So what we were saying initially is, if Bart faces this athlete here, so face him, can you guys see that? Alvin makes a move, Al, make your move. It's really, really, really hard. It's really hard for this athlete, for Bart, to go from this position and turn all the way around to cover him that way. So what you want to do, Bart, position your chair. You want to start with your chair almost facing the way Alvin wants to go. So you ready? Go. Awesome. And you guys are allowed to use that wheel as a defender. So you see how Bart made contact with that wheel? You're allowed to use your wheel as a defender. Bart can't just bump into him. So demonstrate what a foul would be. Ready? That's illegal. That's interference. But if Bart beats him to the spot and stops his chair, that's a legal defensive move. That makes sense for you guys? So Rob, come on back in. Do you have any questions? We good?
That was great. Thank you, Michael.
And thank you guys. Okay.
Question, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Good question, Bart said. Everybody hanging in there? Anybody need a drink? Anybody need a moment to get some fuel to refuel? Athletes, you guys okay?
Good.
We good? Awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and this one will work better in your spaces that you're in if you're not outside. So again, if you don't have a ball, grab something that you could toss safely. And you guys that are in your houses, I know mom and dad always say no ball in the house. This is the one time where Coach Bart is giving you guys a pass. If mom and dad see you throwing the ball in the house, tell them Coach Bart said it's okay for this one.
I didn't say that was Mike.
hand him the bill.
Okay, so what we're going to do, Al, come in a little closer. It doesn't have to be, that's good. So Rob, go on these guys for me.
I'm not going to throw it right.
And what we're going to do here is when Bart says go or hike or now, whichever, and he's going to tell Alvin which direction to go. So he's going to go right, and Alvin's going to go to the right side, let's say. Boom. Bart's going to throw the ball to him. Right after he says it, he's going to throw the ball to that side. So let's try it. Demonstrate.
Right, now.
Just say the directions easier.
Right.
So you guys hear that? You could just say the direction and have the person go to that direction, have someone throw it. I'm going to go in front of the camera. Okay. So if you guys can't, if you're in place and you're in your house and you're on the couch or you're in an everyday chair and you can't move your chair right now, you don't have the space, what we're going to do, come over here for a sec. I'll get the ball. Rob, I'm in the shot. Give him a ball. Stand still. Alvin's still going to say the side, left or right. And we just want you to practice catching outside here. So this will be left. So toss it out, Al.
Explain how you catch it.
Yeah. Throw first. Me. You're going to tell me the side.
Right.
That's my left.
So I'm saying.
Yeah. we're gonna do, sorry. We're gonna call the receiver side. So no, you're right. Since I'm facing them, this will be my left and this will be my right. So you're sitting in place in your everyday chair. If you're not in your sports chair and you can't move, we're gonna go ahead, right, and reach out. Did you guys see that? So
what's the hand position to catch a ball?
For catching, we want to make sure that when you're catching the football, you're not catching it at your body. So Al, throw me the ball. You don't want it to get into your body, because if you guys saw that, it hits your body and it wants to bounce off. So again, we'll have different strength. We'll have different size hands, shapes, right? Upper body balance. So as best you can, get comfortable in whatever chair you're in. And as you throw the ball, you want to get your hands out in front of you. And as that ball comes to you, you want to clasp onto the ball as best you can and bring it into your body after that. Okay? Does that make sense for you guys? Sorry. Good. And throwing the ball. So we haven't really said how to throw it. Again, different shapes, different sizes. What you guys want to, what we like to do, and everybody has their own preference. We use the seams as kind of a marker, and you take your hands. Everyone has a different style. Get those hands right over that seam as best you can, grabbing onto the ball, holding it, keeping your index finger a little bit high. And as you throw it, you're not throwing a baseball. So remember, a baseball is kind of a, it's almost like you're kind of snapping down. In football, you want to open up your arm a little bit. And as you come forward, those fingers are taking those seams and they're just spinning the ball. So really quickly, nice and easy, throw it so the ball kind of spins in air. Al, throw it back. So watch Alvin's technique. See how the ball comes in spinning? So if we don't want to throw it like a baseball, because this is what happens if you throw it like a baseball. It tends to want to go down and it flops all over the place. So throw one more. Awesome, perfect spiral. Okay, so we're gonna go back into that drill. Again, if you guys are not in an open space, just reach out to your left, have your partner, whoever you're with, and even if you're not with someone and you have something that you can toss to yourself. So I'm gonna use my mask, throw it and catch it. Throw it and catch it. We want you guys to be able to adapt this for any space you're in right now. And then when you do have the space, I want you to do these drills with your friends, with the people, when it's safe to do it in your own spaces. So they're gonna demonstrate quick. Right. Left. Receiving for me too. Right. Maybe do one up high, let's say in the middle. Straight around. Now. Switch. Now guard, switch roles. They're gonna run it for a few more minutes and then they're gonna switch positions. Ready? Go. All right. Right. My military. Right. Okay. Left. All right, last one. Here we go. Up high, bud. Left. Oh! Right. Okay, guys, bring it in for a sec. Hey guys, are there any questions on what we just did on the catching, on the throwing? You guys good on those? Any questions for us? Awesome.
Any other tips on how to catch or throw from you guys?
Any other tips, guys, that you can share for catching or throwing in your chairs?
Yeah, catching, just general rule, when you're catching, you always want to be catching with your thumbs facing each other. If the ball's outside, you don't want to be doing this one. You want to be thumbs always in when you go to catch the ball, no matter where it is. Thumbs always should be in.
And another interesting point, guys, that we've been asked a lot. So in wheelchair football, they keep asking, in stand-up football, when someone has the football, whether they're running or they just caught the ball, they're really grabbing the ball, and you guys can see that they're tucking it into their arm here. So we can't do that, because if I did that, I would be wheeling around in a circle and I won't be going anywhere, right? So what you want to do is if you have a disability, for instance, Bart is a single leg, is an amputee. If you have a space, this is legal for you to put the ball in your chair here, like Bart has it, and tuck it in. Okay? For someone like me who's a paraplegic who I don't have that space, I would probably put it on my lap and kind of wheel with it, just making sure make sure that you don't have a big belly like me, because my belly might knock it off. So you want to find a comfortable spot for the ball so you can run with the ball. Okay, we're wheeling with the ball, but this would be considered running with the ball. Okay, same thing. If Alvin threw me a pass and I catch it, I'm gonna, as soon as I catch it, put it on my lap, and I'm gonna start wheeling to go for a touchdown. Okay. Any questions on that, guys? We good on that?
I got a question, Mike, about working on hand-eye coordination, because that seemed really important in that last drill, especially when you're turning. Any suggestions there for people?
Yeah. So again, do these drills in steps. So and what we really want you guys to know. I'm gonna put that down for a sec. Sorry. What we really want you guys to know is, even though one is a catching drill, one is a running back drill, and even the warm-ups, right? They all are related. So when you're doing the cone drill, if you guys remember, when these guys were moving and going around the cones, their bodies were getting into it. They were using to the best of their ability, their body to make those turns, to lean into those turns. So similarly, so for instance, if Bart was gonna do that catching drill that we just did, and let's say he was facing me, and Bart has to go to his right, and if I throw the ball, he's going to use his torso to flip that chair. You ready? You're just twisting a little. Ready? See that? So again, a lot of the times we think, because let's say we don't have use of our legs, okay, like for instance me, I can't move my hips. Your chair actually responds even if you are not able to move your hips. So for instance, I'm going to sit in front of you, Rob. So I don't have my hands on the wheels. If I spin my torso, my chair will respond. So the more you can incorporate your arms with your body. And I'm not moving my hips, I'm not moving my legs, but I'm gonna get off the, I'm just kind of using my body with my arms a little bit to rotate that chair. So if they were throwing me the ball and I had to quickly get to the left, I use my arms as well, but I'm also using what I can with my upper body. Again, if you look in a little closer up, our chairs have straps on them. So you want to get those straps as tight as possible. Can you guys see that? So all of our sports chairs have click straps, and you make these click straps really, really tight, and the chair will respond. If they're loose, you guys can see my leg kind of wobbling in there. I don't want that, because then when I do my drills, all that wasted kind of movement will affect it. If this right here is nice and tight, and my legs are nice and tight, my legs are going to respond as I push the chair. They're not wobbling, and you're not wasting movements, okay? Does that make sense, Camille? And guys, everybody good with that?
Something for hand-eye.
Oh, Alvin has a hand-eye for you, Camille.
So for hand-eye, like anytime you're playing with the ball, like you're working on your hand-eye, right? So you can do this while you're watching TV, or if you're out there like working on your drills, just grab a ball, throw it to yourself, maneuver it, do one hand, do like 30 seconds. Everything you do with the dominant hand, you want to do with the non-dominant hand. So you make sure you eliminate your weaknesses, right? Just play with it, play catch to yourself. All this is making connections with your hands and your eyes. So anytime you're playing catch with somebody, go out with a family member or one of your siblings. Just have them toss you the ball. As the ball is coming to you, you're doing that proper technique with your thumbs facing together, and you're watching the ball all the way in, all right? And you're securing it. So all this stuff, anytime you're playing with the ball, is going to improve your hand-eye.
Awesome.
Great question, thanks. Michael, we have a question from Gordon Cardona. He's asking, is it a fumble if you drop the ball or if it falls down from your lap?
Awesome. Great question, Gordon. Is it a fumble?
Technically, it's a dead ball if it's during a live play. So if I make a pass to Alvin makes the reception and he starts to go upfield, and the ball gets knocked out or it falls out, it's a dead ball wherever it lands. So it would be his team's possession where the ball landed. The reason for that is so we don't want people reaching down trying to pick up a loose ball and getting their fingers run over. We're trying to avoid that. It's very dangerous.
When would it be a fumble?
The only time it actually is a fumble, it would be on punts and on kickoffs. Backward pass is it's a dead ball where it lands. So on kickoffs and punts, once you try to make the reception, if it falls, you are able to pick it up and move forward with it.
And guys, so just to reiterate what Bart is saying, and the reason they implemented that rule, we know fumbles are fun and it gets, guys, turns into a melee and people are going for the ball. We know that's a fun part, but we'll show you, I know we showed you, we're going to show you with the ball. So if the ball was on the floor here and there was a fumble, can you guys get a little closer? Can you guys see the bars in the chair, in the front of the chairs to protect our feet? So you don't want guys or gals reaching down there and bumping into each other's hands. Or if Bart comes up with his wheel and Alvin reaches in, you could get your hands or arms caught in those spokes. So it's become a safety thing. It's not to take away from the fun of the game, but we want to make sure that players are safe while we're competing. Great question, Gordon, and thank you for being on.
Yeah, thanks, Gordon.
Thank you, Michael.
Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Okay, so we're going to do something before our closing remarks. We want to show you guys what a tackle looks like. So even though we're in wheelchairs and they call it, Bart, you're going to explain it, what a tackle looks like. Bart's going to do it safely. And keep in mind, guys, that when we play and when we're competing and practicing, we are going to be wearing helmets. So football helmets. We will not be wearing shoulder pads like stand-up football, but we will be wearing helmets. So these guys are going to do it in our safe space safely right now and make sure that they're showing you guys proper technique on how to stop the player, whether they catch the ball, whether they're running with the ball, how to tackle, okay? So, and this is going to be a little bit of fun. We're going to show you and then we're going to demonstrate.
All right, so to tackle somebody in wheelchair football, it's one hand above the waist. So I have to tag him anywhere above the waist. It could be in the arm, shoulder, his back, his chest. On the legs doesn't count. The chair itself doesn't count. If I hit the back of his chair, that does not count. If I'm tagging him here, it has to be on his body above the waist, one hand. Another way to tackle is if I stop his momentum. If he's coming, he's out of the reception, and I come and stop his momentum. As soon as his momentum is stopped, it's the same as a tag. So if I come in, we'll do it again. He's coming down, I'm coming to tackle him, and if I stop his momentum, that's the same thing as a tag. That is a tackle.
Awesome. So we're going to do it, again, as safely as possible. We're going to have Alvin, I'm going to throw Alvin a pass. Alvin knows that the tackle is coming, so he's going to be prepared for it across the middle, and Bart's going to tackle him, okay? It's going to be a little bit of fun. We do not want you guys doing this at home right now. This is for when we're out and we're practicing and we're comfortable and we're with our equipment on, our safety equipment. We want to do it because it's a little bit of fun, and there is contact in this sport, so we want to demonstrate a little bit of the contact for you, okay? So I just got a flat tire, so I'm going to make my way back here.
Yeah, but you got a ball behind you. You're good.
You're like a safety, pretty much.
Don't go. Stay in a little bit tighter so we can see it all.
His momentum was stopped. He was no longer going forward. That is a tackle.
Okay, were you guys able to see that? Awesome. And also the other thing is for wheelchair football, there actually is a wheelchair football chair. So the chairs that we're in right now, if you guys see those? Those are our basketball chairs. Okay, so when we practice, we're gonna be in football chairs, and the main difference for the chairs is that front bar right there is gonna be a little thicker, and they're just made a little bit more heavy duty to sustain those types of hits. These chairs are strong, but if you did that enough, we might break one of these front ends. So do not be bumping and banging around in your everyday chairs. or in your other sports chairs like tennis or wheelchair basketball chairs. Okay, so that for us, guys, that concludes our set of the drills and everything. We thank you all for coming out. We know it's precarious situations. We know we're not all in the greatest space for wheelchair football. We know that you guys, until we get out into these safer spaces, we want you to be super careful. We will be playing. Bart, where are the spaces that we'll be playing?
What do you mean?
When we actually compete or we practice for wheelchair football.
Oh, so like the surfaces you mean? So you can either play indoors in the gym if it's big enough to accommodate for a field, or it'll be outdoors on a parking lot on concrete like we are right now.
Okay. So we wanted to thank you guys. We hope that you guys are enjoying the other 2020 virtual Angel City Games clinics, and just make sure that you guys are staying safe. This hopefully will all end, and we will be able to get out and play safely together and not have to wear masks. But until then, let's make sure we're safe. Okay. Make sure if you guys get a chance, go out and try some of the drills that we did here. And if there are questions, my info, I'm sure through Camille at Angel City, we can get you guys our info, and we'll be able to ask questions offline and kind of voice some of your concerns and just figure out things that you guys are interested in, or plug you guys into other sports. Because as you guys know, there's a huge community out here in LA, and there's a ton of different sports and stuff. And we want to make sure that all the adaptive athletes are plugged into those things. And Angel City does a great job of that. But we want to make sure that you guys are doing this stuff every week, every day, every place. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask us. If not, I'm going to throw it back to Shirin or Camille, who guys from Angel City are going to start with the closing remarks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.